So we are from group 3rd and today's topic is about why don't babies talk like adults. But before we begin, let me show you our members in our group.
So, yeah. Why don't babies talk like adults? As you can see and as we can know, many people assume children learn to talk by copying what they hear. In other words, babies listen to the words adults use and the situations in which they use them and imitate accordingly. Behaviorism, the scientific approach that dominated American cognitive science for the first half of the 20th century, made exactly this argument. This copycat theory can explain why toddlers are not as loquacious adults, however. After all, when was the last time you heard literate adults express themselves in one-word sentences? For example, bottle, doggy, food, cat, or something like this. Or in short phrases such as mommy open box, mommy open door, please mommy give me food, or something like this. Of course, showing that a copycat theory of language acquisition can explain these strange patterns in child speech is easy. Actually, explaining one-word sentences is much harder. Over the past half-century, scientists settled on to reasonable possibilities.
Beyond the copycat stage, which the mental developmental hypothesis states that 1 year old speak in baby talk because their immature brains can and adults speak. Children don't learn to walk until their bodies are ready. Linguists don't speak multi-word sentences or use word endings and function words. Mommy open the box before their brains are ready.
Second, the stages of language hypothesis states that the stages of process in child speech are necessarily stages in language development. Basketball player can perfect his or her jump shoot before learning to one jump and to shoot. And children similarly learn to add and then multiply, not in the reverse order. There's evidence for intent that children don't usually begin speaking into words sentence until after they learn a certain number of words. Until they cross that linguistic threshold, the word combination process doesn't kick in.
The difference between these theories down to this. Under the mental development hypothesis, these patterns in language learning should depend on the child's level of mental development when he or she starts learning a language. Under the stage of language hypothesis, however, they shouldn't depend on such patterns. This prediction is difficult to test experimentally because most children all learn language at around the same age, and that's at a roughly similar stage of mental development.
In 2007, research at Harvard University found an ingenious ways around this problem. More than 20,000 international adult children enter the US each year. Many of them are not longer exposed to their birth language after arrival, and they must learn English more or less the same way infants do that, by listening and by trial and error. International adults don't take classes or use a dictionary when they are learning their new homeland tongue, and most of them don't have a well-developed first language. All of these factors make them an ideal population in which to test this competing hypothesis about language is learned.
Neuroscientists Jas Snedeker, Joy Garen, and Carissa Shafto studied the language development of 27 children adopted from China between the ages of 2 and 5 years. These children began learning English at an older age than US native and had more mature brains to bring to bear on the task. Even so, just as with American-born infants, their first English sentences consist of single words and were largely bereft of function words, word endings, and verbs.
The adoptees then went through the same hallmark language stage as typical American-born children, albeit at a faster clip. The adoptees and native children start combining words in sentences when their vocabulary reaches the same size, further suggesting that what matters is not how old you are or how mature your brain is, but the number of words you know.
This finding that having more mature brains did not help the adopters avoid the toddler talk stage suggests that babies speak and baby talk not because they have baby brains, but because they only just got started learning and need time to acquire sufficient vocabulary to be able to expand their conversations. Before long, the one-word stage will give way to the two-word stage, and so on. Learning how to chat like an adult is a gradual process.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me.
So guys, finally we come to the end of our video. We would like to say thanks again to all of you that are watching our video. We hope that this video will be beneficial for you all. Okay, thank you so much.